Hey, blessings. Let's do the testing the microphone. Anyway, it's fine. I'm sure the microphone is good. Hey, everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing well. My name again is Dr. Winifred Iwunze. Okay. And I want to welcome you to our business master class today. I'm sure the one you watched on YouTube um, last week was a blessing to you. And we promised you that we're going to give you the continuation today. So I have my amazing panel and wonderful students who want to learn, and we are learning together. And I'm so sure that you that is watching, you are learning. So I'd like you to just write down what your few questions are and what you think. We began already with an amazing conversation, but we want to carry you along in the conversation. So once again, I want to welcome you all. Thank you for joining in today, and I hope you had a good day. Okay, so you already know. Before each person will speak, they will just introduce themselves, so we don't need to go around uh, doing the introduction because of time. But we want to look at a few things. I remember that last week, Monday, we promised you that we were going to give you 20 businesses, that 20 business ideas that you can start. Again, why do we need multiple streams of income? I'll use myself as an example. Um, when I started GOZ Productions, it was one of my business ideas of just starting a beautiful tea company. Why? Because I noticed that I spend a lot of money making t-shirts. I like to make hoodies because that's my favorite. T-shirt, hoodies. I just want to make something lovely. And I always want to have it branded what I want. There's difference between you just buying whatever you see in the market and just picking your own brand, deciding what you want to have branded without having any form of anyone to tell you what to do. So I began DOZ Productions. It's actually DOZ Apparels, but produced by DOZ Productions. Um, when people began to order for my t-shirts from America, from the United Kingdom, it dawned on me that when you say nobody wants to buy, it's actually nobody wants to sell. I decided to add some beautiful prayer shawls, prayer dresses. You say, oh, woman of God, people buy from you because you're a woman of God. Yeah, because that's my niche. What's yours? What's your circle? That's another thing. You see, everything about success has to do with you finding your brand, find your identity. Find your identity. You can't be all commerce and if everything is good. No, no, no. Find your identity. Who are you? What do you love to do? And please don't tell me, oh, I don't really know what I want to do. Then you are not ready to have multiple streams of income. Because before you have multiple streams of income, first and foremost, you've got to know, who am I? Let me give you an instance. Kanye West. Every time you see Kanye West, his Balenciaga, it's a full proof of what he believes in. His crazy kind of look outfit and easy. Everything that is easy, easy tees, easy cups, easy whatever, easy face cap. He's got so many things on his name, on his brand label. And every time I look at that, I say, this is one of the, in fact, he is regarded as the richest black man in America. For what? He's supposed to be an artist, but he's found himself an identity and understood that his identity can bring him more money. So, first and foremost, you've got to ask yourself, who am I? I tell people, you might think you are nothing until you start something. When you start something, whoever loves you should love what you do. And that should be your first circle. So, by the way, I won't go too much into my own story because, like I said, we're going to be discussing 20 different business ideas that you can start. But I want to ask my team because they were here with me last Monday. So I'm going to ask them um, what were they able to do with the information they received? Okay. So let's hear the first person speak.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, mommy. Thank you for this great opportunity. My name is Doris Williams, the CEO, The Williams Apparels. Okay, mommy, thank you for that great class we had last week. So, from what we learned, you talked about the spiritual aspect of business, that you shouldn't focus more on the physical, like pursuing the physical aspect, trying to be online, do this and do that, that you should deal with the spiritual first. Okay, I design clothes, but I noticed that since I started, I've not taken the spiritual part very serious. I can wake up in the morning, I will just pray but speaking positive affirmation concerning the business, where do I want to see myself in 5 years' time? Where do I want this business to grow to? Is it going to be a local brand or just international brand? I've not done that. So from your teaching, there are so many things I wrote down. I begin to speak into the business. I will call the name of the business and begin to speak. The gates of Ikorodu, the gates of Lagos State, the gates of Nigeria, open to the Williams Apparel. So I begin to speak so many positive things about the business. Then the second thing that you talked about was, why do I need streams of income? Several streams of multiple streams of income. Thank you very much, mom. So I noticed that for this country, you can't survive with one. It's not possible. So you can't actually survive with one. It is so difficult. So from your teaching last week, I learned that one can actually do this and do other things, multitasking. You can actually multitask. Why you do this, you do this, you do this. But all of them will have a connecting factor to the major business you're doing. So I begin to think, what can I actually add to the business I'm doing already? Okay, in the place where I am, I noticed that because of the distance from the main place to the town, so people find it difficult to actually make clothes. So I decided to venture into buying fabrics, making clothes ready to wear. Like if you look at the trend now, is usually two piece is what is actually trending for ladies. No more tapas jean and all that. So I started to buy fabrics from Aba. There's a place in Aba where you buy fabrics a lot cheaper, shopping center in Aba. So I started to go there, buy fabrics, come back, make different designs. I can actually sell fabrics to people. If you don't like the one I made already, you can buy from me. So your teachings opened my mind. I began to think outside the box. Thank you very much, mommy, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. So who else? Anybody else? Okay, you were not here. You were not here. So any two of you were here. So let's hear you. Anything? Do you have anything? Don't go and say rubbish.
Everyone, mommy, right, mommy, thank you so much for last week session that we had here, and I was so much blessed. I had an eye opener in doing other businesses alongside the ministry as well. As I said last week, there were some few things that I was doing, so I asked myself few questions: what else can I do to make it grow? So I put on some few things. If for the first time when I started that business, is the spiritual aspect of it, I didn't take it serious because I realized, yeah, things are coming, things are moving on. Actually, I take out things from Nigeria here and other places as well to give to people, trustworthy people, about three people at different location who are selling for me and things are going on very well for me. So I asked myself, what else can I also add up to this business? So I started to put down some few things, and from all that I learned from the discussion that we had last week, I believe it has really gingered me to move on and do much more for myself.